right. Welcome to another edition of I Don't Listen to 90s Music. What a week. And so since the last show. Nelly was this show is gonna be pretty last show was fun. We talking about Nelly, we argue about Air Force Ones, people all up in the comments talking about they uptown, the Bronx cats, we had them first. Shout out to y'all that be on these shorts. Y'all be having way too many debates on the shorts for me, for my levels. I can't keep up with the shorts comments. I'm just not going. I don't even jump in there. Y'all be going at each other. One dude like, I'm from Milwaukee. We called them Air Force Wolves too. I'm like, all right, good looking, Mr. Milwaukee, for getting on Air Force defending St. Louis. I appreciate you.
Right.
This one is going. Look, this is Stacey. We gonna let you drive this first section of the show.
I don't even know. Like, here's the thing. I don't even know if we want to lead with it or if we just want to end with it. Like,
it's got to come out. We coming out first with it.
All right. All right.
DiddyWatch. Could you call it DiddyWatch?
I do call it DiddyWatch. So,
Is it like
let's back up. So we've been talking about Sean Poop Daddy Combs for several months now, right? And so those if you're brand new, I call him Poop Daddy Combs because my grandma called him, and she was a 70-something-year-old Black woman from Paducah. I wasn't gonna correct her, so Poop Daddy Combs. He has been in the news a lot lately, and we have been reporting on it. But Monday evening, I was minding my business, out doing volunteer work in the community. I was out with the lovely ladies of the Junior League of Dallas for a planning committee meeting. And I happened to, right before I left the house, I saw that federal agents had raided Diddy's house. I immediately sent the information to my wonderful co-host because I had to get on the road. At the meeting, someone mentioned, did y'all see what happened with Diddy? And these are the fine women of the Junior League of Dallas, okay? On that parking lot. The cars that you will see when in that room, if you take a look around, the rings that are on those fingers, it's money that is in there, but they knew about the Diddy. So that night, I decided that I am going to spend all of my time and resources on DiddyWatch. I can't leave the house. Leaving the house, I feel like when I left, this happened because I wasn't here to see what was going on. So DiddyWatch is where we are. What happened, people? What we know so far is that federal agents raided Diddy's home. Now, here's a fun fact. So where they went, so there's two houses. They're next to each other, right? So it's 1 and 2. And the fun fact is, I think one of the houses used to belong to Gloria Estefan, and he bought it from her, and then the other one. So, but the one that used to, he owns two homes. One Star Island Drive, which he bought from Gloria and Emilio Estefan, and the $35 million two Star Island Drive. And that's the home that they raided on Monday.
Is that in Miami?
Why they went to one house and not the other?
Is that the one in Miami?
This is in Miami.
Okay.
I'm like, when you think Gloria Estefan, if you ain't thinking of Miami and the Miami Sound scene, I don't know what to tell you. So, they raided, like I said, so that he has two homes there. So 1 Star Island Drive and 2 Star Island Drive. So 1 and 2, I would assume they're across the street from each other or next door to each other, but they only went to one house, which is very interesting to me that they only raided one of the two homes. So someone said that she heard the landscapers that were working on the palm trees. They told her that they had seen a tank ramming the custom-made 15 feet tall gate at the home to get in. The raid was done the way that it was done because the feds were concerned that Diddy would destroy evidence. And that's what prompted the secretly coordinated raids. So, what?
Real quick though.
Oh, go ahead.
I thought about this. Man, they kind of was nice to Diddy on this. In this instead, I know this whole thing is ridiculous that they sit like Navy SEALs in there. But most time when they kick in your door, it's 5 a.m. They don't give you like a 1 p.m. raid.
And I think to that point, because I think that is the element of surprise, right? Because if everybody knows 5 a.m, police at my door, we know this, right? And so for you to show up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, hey, surprise, bitch! You thought we was the milkman? It ain't.
But I heard they raided his home in LA too.
Yeah.
They may have.
Yeah, because I heard it was 2 homes in 2 different cities.
So, well, let me say what I do know is that 4 people in Diddy's entourage were cuffed by federal agents after they raided his Miami Beach mansion. Footage appeared to show 2 men in handcuffs were actually Justin and King, or Justin and Christian, right? So those were the 2 of the kids. One of his other associates was busted on drug charges at the Opa-locka airport. Diddy was questioned by agents at the airport before a plane linked him to fly he was going to a Caribbean island. So the issue was he was in the air, and at that time it wasn't known where he was going. And the problem was, depending on where he landed, are they going to have an extradition treaty if needed? So he actually had the girls with him. So when I'd heard that the kids were arrested, I honestly thought the girls were there. I thought the twin girls were there, and I mean, not arrested, but are in handcuffs. My mind said, "Oh my God, they had those babies the girls out there." I don't care about Justin and the other boy, but the girls out there.
I got a question though.
Uh-oh.
Is Quincy back fucking with Al B. Sure?
Yes. I went to the messed up part is, the messed up part is I immediately thought that, and I went to Al B. Sure's IG. And one of the first things to him hanging out with his son.
Yeah, because he wasn't fucking with him, with Diddy, partying with Diddy all these years.
Well, but then I also wonder
when his dad got sick, right?
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that I wonder if Al B. Sure's health is something that influenced them to.
Yeah, because he had a stroke a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but during COVID.
Yeah, he was
during COVID.
Yeah, but hey, look, you still have a daddy, baby. You still got a daddy. You got a real
Hey, look, I wonder if Al B. Tyson was like, the Lord brought you back to me for a reason, didn't he?
Listen, the agents let the 4 people go. Miami-Dade arrested someone at the airport. So that person was arrested on gun charges, and he was described as Diddy's mule. Now, the associate, his name is Brendan Paul. He is a former D1 college basketball player. He was released on bond. He was booked on 1 count of possession of suspected cocaine and suspected marijuana candy, according to the arrest report.
He's from Syracuse. He went to Syracuse too.
Yeah. So both charges, are felonies. However, he was released on, he did bond out, and they cannot confirm that the drugs are linked to Diddy in any shape, form, or fashion.
What was he doing?
What'd you say?
So what are they gonna try to see? What was he doing at Diddy's in general? Period.
He is a associate of Diddy. So I guess he works with. I assume
he's only 25. Why are you an associate? You're a 54-year-old man. Either you're mentoring them, they're an employee, but you just ain't hanging out with a 25-year-old male or female.
You need somebody young to go get these hoes.
Brendan Paul is an amateur music producer and graduate of Fairmont State University in West Virginia, but he has also been accused of being a drug mule for Diddy, his employer, in a federal lawsuit. So I don't know. Well, no, here's pictures of them in the studio together working on the Love album. So a lot of things happen
so he does music.
He's an amateur producer is what the New York Post is calling him. So it appears a lot of things happened during the recording of this Love album. It wasn't a lot. I don't know if it was too much love or not enough love, but that's what happened. So at the airport where they were, the federal agent seized Diddy's phone and questioned him before clearing him to fly with family and friends to Antigua and Barbuda. So that's where they were.
Stacey, I heard all that. Question as you continue. I'm just going to throw in a random question. All right. If he does not done anything wrong here, you just made me think about it. He was like during this Love album, was Diddy just hanging out with too many young people too that just got all him in trouble. Like when he was the old dude at the club and got in trouble from hanging out with all these young people.
He just trying to show
Everybody's
the
young
youngsters
and he
he
hang out
still
with.
got it.
But think about everybody that's been around him is young. His girlfriend, little girlfriend, Young Miami, Little Rod, the producer, Josie, the singer. This kid right here is 25. You're a 56-year-old man, Diddy. Why are you hanging out with
all
these
the other 50-some-year-old niggas married?
Hey,
that's it.
hey,
They gotta go home, man.
but hey,
That's it.
but hey, you, sir, just said something
Yes.
because the other 50-year-olds got wives and got to go home. So they got to go home.
That is it right there. And let's say, and look, maybe let's say that they were doing all this stuff in the past, and them cats like, did you still do what we was doing in '95?
Oh,
Dude,
man. My son got soccer practice tomorrow.
Nigga, I gotta go home. Or
take kids to school in the morning.
No, that's it. Diddy is the old dude in the club.
which is funny because there was something we posted in the group where Luther Campbell said that when he would go to, he left early. If Luther Campbell leaves your shit early,
Luke,
the fuck you got going on over
the reason we have parental advisory on albums.
We have parental advisory stickers on albums. If that man is telling us that he left Diddy's parties early, there's a video of Luke talking to Jay on a couch, and in the back is two bitches fucking.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
If Luther Campbell is leaving your party early,
he's like, nah.
Don't stop. Get it.
Don't stop. Get it. Luther Campbell.
And hold on, Stacey. Back to Scott's original statement. What is Luther Campbell now?
What?
Married.
I didn't know if he was married or not.
He's married to with a kid, and the chick a doctor, like a 40-year-old doctor.
So this is the thing. Everybody got to go home. E40 got to go home. Snoop got to go home. Everybody got to go home. Yeah. Everybody got to go home to their wives.
Yeah, they gotta go to bed. They gotta go to bed.
That's it.
Diddy is a victim to being.
But even with the girls, right? Even with the women, he's choosing these younger women, and then I don't want to state that these young women don't have their own autonomy. However, but based on what Cassie has told us, and I'm not even gonna say what I don't know anything about Young Miami and their relationship, but what I will say is that older men tend to choose younger women because they're able to control them with what they have.
I don't think that's a missing. I think that's a pretty much almost a fact.
I'm like, that's just that. That's what I'm going to state that. So, so with him hanging out with the younger people, he's able to control the situation. He's the one that has the money. So if y'all want to go do something, I'm paying for it. I want to.
He that sugar daddy that want to do everything with you.
Right. He's sugar daddy. He ain't just happy with some sugar. He want to go out. He want to be
like, you want to get a VIP section? How many bottles we getting?
How many bottles we getting?
Yeah, not y'all. We gonna have a good time. No, not y'all have a good time. We gonna have a good
sugar daddy that wants to be there too.
Yeah, he the sugar daddy that's took the
Hey man, this is blowing my mind with y'all. This made me realize that Diddy is the last dude of his crew that ain't got no lady to go home to. They calling him, seeing what's up.
Even if it's dudes that's been divorced, they still just chilling. You know what I'm saying? They just too old. You know, they gonna do their shows and go home. You know.
Legit.
He got here like, we got the after party over at such and such. That club's still open. He'd be like,
man, I don't want to miss this flight in the morning. TSA be tripping.
But continue on with your investigation.
So anyway, like I said, essentially Diddy was on the run, but he wasn't on the run. The plan, I guess, was he was taking the girls on spring break for spring break to those islands or whatever. So in the meantime, let's see, what does it tell me? Oh, Homeland Security agents from Miami and New York searched the Star Island mansion from 3:30 p.m. until after midnight. The home appeared as if no one lived in it, a source familiar with the raid said. Agents seized electronics found inside, and 4 Diddy staffers were detained, handcuffed, and questioned, but they were let go. Now, here's where this gets fun. Prosecutors from the Federal Southern District of New York, where Cassie filed her lawsuit, are the ones that are heading the sex trafficking investigation. So, I'm sorry. I take that back. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I said Cassie. No, it's not Cassie. It is, whose last name is Jones? Cassie's last name is Ventura. Whose the hell's last name is Jones?
Is that Lil Rod? Is Lil Rod's last name Jones?
Shitballs. Yes. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it is Jones. Lil Rod is.
There it is. Thank you. I'm like, wait a minute. Who the fuck's last name is Jones? I'm sorry. So, all right. So Jones is one of their key witnesses. A source with knowledge of the investigation told Miami Herald. Several people, including singer Cassie, came forward before the search warrant was executed. The witnesses' information helped agents establish probable cause to obtain the warrant. So remember, I just said there's 2 houses next to each other. Why did they go to one and not the other? So between talking to Cassie and talking to Laura, the dude, they knew which house to go to. They were so if they went to one out of the 2 houses, they went in that house specifically looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did they find it? To my from what I've seen, no, there's been no reports of what was found. But speaking of Rodney Jones, he also accused Cuba Gooding Jr. of sexually harassing and assaulting him, which is now it's in a new lawsuit. He claimed that Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling him during a party on a yacht rented by Diddy in the U.S. Virgin Islands in January 2023. According to Mr. Jones, he was extremely uncomfortable and proceeded to lean away from Mr. Gooding Jr. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. As the owner of the property, Mr. Combs had a duty to protect Mr. Jones from the harm he suffered at the hands of Cuba Gooding Jr. Mr. Combs breached his duty when he failed to stop Cuba Gooding Jr. from sexually assaulting Mr. Jones.
Now, pause. Scott, you were on to something, and I'll add this to this with the cool. What is also older dudes when they ain't got no lady or somebody at home? They hanging out random people they normally don't have a hang out with because the other dude that ain't got no lady or ain't got nowhere to go home to. So that's why you got Cooper Gooding and Combs together. Because you would have 15 years ago, if I told you them cats was hanging out, you would tell me you bullshit.
And you still would think after all these years, him and his brother could have done some shit together.
Why does the fact that we don't see Omar and Cuba together, it's like essentially we know that they're brothers, but have you ever seen them together?
Only when the dad was still alive. Like,
yeah, you know what? They dad did just pass around like 2019,
like a couple years ago. Yeah,
I honestly don't remember seeing them together. Like, I remember because I knew who Omar Gooding was before I knew who Cuba Gooding Jr. was.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just simply because, right, I saw Wild and Crazy Kids because I wasn't allowed to see Boys in the Hood. So there's that. I didn't see Boys in the Hood. I was damn near, like, I won't say what age it was. I wasn't grown, but I was definitely not. It was late in life. But So, but that's interesting though. And we all know that Cuba Gooding Jr. has been accused of sexual assault in the past.
Yeah, it's like every other year he pop up with something.
Yeah, he was supposed to appear in court over accusations of rape in 2023. However, the actor reached a settlement with his unidentified accuser shortly before jury selection was set to begin. Combs' legal team has slammed all of these accusations as complete lies. They said that Lil Rod is nothing more than a liar who filed a $30 million lawsuit shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. His reckless name dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies. Our attempts to share this truth with Mr. Jones' attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, have been ignored. As Mr. Blackburn refuses to return our calls.
Stop, sorry. That sounds like the attorney you get off the radio, though.
Yeah, man.
Tyrone Blackburn.
Dog law.
Yeah.
We go outside. This is funny. Tyrone Blackburn is the attorney.
It's a 411 pain lawyer.
Look, what was that shit that used to be on there all the time? It was like, ladies, it's not that a matter of if they what is it? If they can if you did what you did, but if they can prove what you did, that what was her name?
And it was like, get your man, when I get your baby daddy out of jail. Called it was like Karen something. It was something like that.
Look, St. Louis people that are watching this, please tell us in the comments what this one. Y'all know the commercial that we are talking about. Y'all know exactly what we are talking about. What was this woman's name? Who's that attorney? I want to say her name. I feel like her name was Wanda or something.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like her name was Wanda. Insane. So y'all have got. If I don't figure it out tonight, y'all have got to let us know.
So with the Lil Rod thing, I think Lil Rod is bullshitting on some of that stuff. But I think that the things that the feds got from that was like, oh, some of this is true. So I think the shooting, when he talks about the shooting, I think that's one of the things that really perked them up. Because he claimed that he has blood from that incident on his clothes. And then because he took the dude's, you don't know that part of it? What happened? So Lil Rod claims in that original 50, 60 piece manifesto that he was at it was a shooting at the studio. Puffy had somebody shot at the studio or whatever, and that they covered it up and then took him to this guy to the hospital and said they don't know who shot him. And that's what picks up this stuff though, because now you were claiming that a shooting you witnessed. That's where he said the blood was on his clothes because they took the dude to the hospital. And now that's where the feds got involved. It's like, oh, we do that. He ain't lying about that because the dude did get dropped off to the hospital that said he was shot, didn't know who shot him on this date. That's why I think the criminal things, and then maybe start picking up some of the things along the way. But that's the one.
Like I want to go on record as stating that I told y'all in November that this wasn't over.
Yeah, you did.
I told y'all in November when we first reported.
That was the beginning.
When we first reported that, we were talking and we were like, what happens next? And I said, it's not over. I said, he's going to have his Christmas. He's going to have New Year's, but it ain't over. And guess what, y'all? It ain't over because he had his Christmas. He had his New Year's. Fuck around, had a good Valentine's Day. But by the end of February, he was getting sued by Rodney. And then now the next month, happy St. Patrick's Day, nigga, because you got the feds raided your shit. Who knows what's going to happen next month? I mean, I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen?
I mean, I just wonder. I always think about it, and this is conspiracy theory, y'all. Y'all know I do conspiracy theories pre-2003. So anything pre-2003 is on the table for conspiracy theories.
Right.
I wonder if the feds knew he had something to do or was around the Tupac murder and upset still they didn't get his ass for that.
But didn't his name just pop back up?
That's where I'm going with it. Because Keefy D just got pinged up. So go with me now, here, conspiracy theorists. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. As Ocho Cinco say, stay with me now. Stay with me now. So Keefy D gets locked up. I don't know if y'all remember they claimed it was some rumor that came out that said that the Las Vegas PD was interviewing Puffy about what Keefy D was talking about when they locked up Keefy D, because Keefy D still locked up, y'all. He ain't out. Then fast forward, remember when all this stuff was going down? It was like, yeah, the New York police was thinking about kicking in Diddy's door back then. Remember when that rumor came out that the NYPD was thinking about going to arrest Diddy and like asking for questioning? Now, my conspiracy theory in me makes me think the feds came in there to NYPD like, hold up, we taking over this case real quick. And then when the NYPD said, no, that was a rumor. That's not true that we said that. And they took it down. I wonder if the feds said, hey, we building something bigger. Hold up on that. And we going to come back to you later and get y'all. Because where is the lawsuit? Where's the Fed case coming out of? Southern District of New York.
Yep.
It's not in Miami, not in California, Southern District of New York. So that's why I'm just thinking all these kind of different things are coming together.
Like I said, so what is being said is that because Lil Rod's case was filed in Southern District of New York, that is why they are the ones that are leading the investigation. And that's how they ended up in Miami. But like I said, it's very, like I said, the fact that they went to one of the two properties, they talked to Cassie before the search warrant was executed, and they talked to him. They went to that house specifically looking for something, because why would you just go to, like, again, if they're next door to each other or across the street, whatever the hell, why go to one and not the other one? And then to even get in there and be like, it looks like as if nobody lives here. Y'all probably should have went to the one next door. But anywho, I mean, but you got to get a warrant for that one too. If anything, everything that he owned would have been searched, fucking with me. But what do you?
We're just gonna do it on the whole compound. We get
and everything gets executed at once. Like, but to that point, if to do that is a lot of manpower, and there's just a lot of resources for this.
They had to choose one. It's like, which one is the one? Let's just
which one is the one? He's not. It's not to say he's not important enough, but he's not important enough for them to execute a search warrant on all of his properties at the exact same time, because that would be the move to do. Again, if you're worried about him destroying evidence, you have somebody at each and every one of them properties, and 6 a.m. we're all coming in, period. And that way can't nobody call nobody and be like, hey, move this, move that. Everything is happening at once. And again, this is me as a graduate of the Dick Wolf School of Law and Order.
Exactly. We all got degrees from there. As I studied under the great Jack McCoy, there's just a lot of things I've learned in regards to search warrants, and but yeah, that would have been the way to do it. But again, it would have taken a lot would have had to go into it, and especially the manpower that was used on that one property. So imagine trying to do that in several locations across the country or wherever else he may possibly own property. But again, this isn't over. No.
I said it wasn't. I said it was not over, because it's not. It ain't over till it's over.
The thing is with this guy is I'm getting more upset actually with cats that's still trying to cape for this cat, because it's the thing of it's a symptom. I feel the same way I feel how poor white people vote for Republicans is the same way some black dudes cape for rich black men.
But
y'all see where I'm going with that?
Seeing a lot for Diddy though.
I've been seeing it. And maybe I'm on different parts of the and maybe I didn't check myself.
Honestly, I haven't been seeing a lot for Diddy. Honestly,
I was literally going to say that.
Like with the R. Kelly stuff, I haven't been seeing nothing.
Yeah. So let me say this: people will die for R. Kelly, all right, because they stepped in the name of love.
More than Diddy.
Absolutely, like for Diddy,
because it's been silent for Diddy.
It's been silent. So, and like there was something I literally just saw someone say, and I don't know if it was in our group or what, but it was like, out of everything that's been said, why is like no one is saying Like, that's not it. That's not right. No one is standing up for him. No celebrity friend. No one is.
But you know what? But I think that's also a symptom of him being an asshole too, and people that's not liking him, and he's not a likable person. Because people stood up for Russell Simmons, and he's like, man, dude, I don't know. I ain't never encountered Russell like that. I'm just saying that, not saying that Russell did not do it. I'm just saying that some people were caping for him. Ain't nobody coming to Diddy defense. That's just been an asshole.
Exactly, but it's like, even if you don't like, I mean, even as a non-likable person, right? Even if you can be somebody that everybody doesn't really like you, there's still a level of, look, he's an asshole, but he ain't do this shit, right? There are plenty of people will say that. They'll be like, look, yeah, okay, look, yeah, asshole, he mean, blah, 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 blah. But that's not him, right? Like, that's just not him. Like me, y'all know, I'm probably gonna cuss you out. I am. I'm gonna cuss you out. That's what's gonna happen. But if you hear, oh, Stacey had a gun. Stacey had a gun. Now look, now you know Stacey ain't
like, you know, Stacey don't know how to shoot.
I'm terrified of guns. I'm actually terrified of them. Like, I don't want them near me, anything. So if someone tells you I had a gun, just know lies. Absolute total lies. But it ain't over. This is, I don't want to say that I'm excited about this. I'm not excited about this. It is very interesting to watch it unfold.
Is this the new OJ trial? Well, if we get to it, when we get to it.
Isn't that what I said? When I said, nigga, Diddy on the run is OJ 95. That's exactly what I said.
This is bigger than OJ, to be honest with you.
It's definitely bigger because there's so many layers to this, and now more people's names are getting thrown into the pot. Like I said, Cuba Gooding Jr., nigga, really? Like, that's just
Prince Harry. Was it Prince Harry?
Damn,
Prince Harry got brought into the lawsuit.
Bruh, it's ridiculous.
This almost like the Epstein or the
yeah. It's very, very interesting. And like I said,
I'm gonna play y'all the surprise for y'all real quick. Hold on, this is what I want.
I was personally disturbed many years ago. Okay, I know this man well enough to call him and say, hey, I need a favor.
Yeah.
And this might have been 10, 12 years ago that I called him and say, hey, I have a family member who I want you to hire them as an intern. Yeah. And I have never talked about this publicly. And he said yes. And they were flying around, one of the interns, Atlanta, Miami, whatever, on the jet, in the house, whatever. And then the internship stopped abruptly, like 3 or 4 months into it.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my family member, like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did it end? He wouldn't say. And years later, they finally came out, and this is a male, and said that Puff had said, come home, stay the night with me, or the internship is over. And they said, absolutely not. He said, absolutely not. And the internship ended.
There we go. That's from Torre, the writer Torre, renowned writer from Rolling Stone from back in the day.
Yep. And I adore Torre. Very knowledgeable, full of integrity, and not a liar. Like, Torre takes his craft very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And
the last of the true journalists.
Right, like a true journalist. And there's not to compare him to like a Kevin Johnson, but just people.
Yes, no. That's a good.
Again, that journalistic integrity that is there. Anything that he writes is not coming from a place of disdain. It is coming from a place of truth or opinion. So, with that being said, I don't question his story. Because he literally has no reason to lie or make that up. There's nothing that he would gain from telling that story. There's nothing he gains from that at all, whatsoever, except for more questions. But he doesn't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so something is up. Something smells rotten in the house of Bad Boy, and it's all coming out. And everything that happens in the dark comes to light. It's sad that these things happened to the people that it happened to, but I am happy to see something happening to try to
alleviate this, or at least get some kind of
sort of justice, whatever. Yeah. So I don't. Again, who knows what happens next? But we were just saying, like with Diddy, the Diddy supporters, I haven't seen a lot of.
They there.
I haven't seen it. Like, I mean, but
well, yeah, I know they out there. I just haven't seen them though.
I'm sure they are. So anytime that a woman accuses a man of any type of sexual misconduct, there will be a demographic of men who will cape for that man. That's because true. They have heard of a story of a woman lying about it. Some girl lied about him.
No, I don't think that's Stacey.
When he
was trying to buy BT.
That part.
Stacey, that's not even it. The thing is, they just know if they had that much money, how stupid they'd be acting, and they want to be able to do it. It's just like being a Republican, like I said. It's like being a Republican, a poor white person being a Republican.
They give that.
Like, man, if I was rich, I want to be able to do that too.
We heard people be like, as much money as he got, a nigga ain't got to do all that shit or whatever. And again, it's never about how attractive you are, and he ain't got to do this again. It's always about power. And Diddy has the money to make or break you. And if you are somebody who ain't had shit ever, it's not, I mean, and again, I don't know the young Miami girl, but essentially this nigga is giving her some Reeboks to keep her quiet.
Hey, that's his shorty doo-wop. That's like, what he's calling.
That's all it is. What did Jay say? He was like, you buy some Reeboks to keep her like to shut up. Like, that's what this is. It's like the money that he's able to throw at her.
Hey, did you see she got an online store reselling like her I guess her luxury clothes or whatever, her Louis Vuittons and stuff like that, like a online resale shop.
Listen.
Oh wow.
I mean, well, one, you can definitely make, like, I just sold my Saint Laurent bag, but you can sell some shit, but at the same time, like I said, I don't know a lot about their relationship, but essentially the money,
was getting like $150,000 a month allowance or something crazy.
The money you can throw at a young Miami is not the same kind of money that you can throw at a Beyonce. And again, I know they're very, very different, right? I mean, like, but as far as there's some bitches in the hood you can give $40 to, it's some of them that you can't.
Like, let's take Nia Long. Nia Long wouldn't be going for that just to be hanging around with Diddy and he.
Not at all, right? Like I said, there are women out there. Like, you give them $40. It's somebody else that's gonna look at that 40 and be like, okay, where the rest of it at though?
Like, so is Kim Porter the last woman he had dated that was actually his age or around his age range?
Yeah, 100%. So Kim or J-Lo. Kim or J-Lo would have been it, and then after those relationships ended. Every bitch was then what? It was like what? It went straight to Cassie, didn't it?
Cassie
after J-Lo, or no? So J-Lo, Kim Porter. He went back to Kim
Porter, and they had the twins, and then Cassie.
Who was the twins' mama? We don't know. Some brother.
That's Kim Porter.
Oh, that is Kim Porter. Okay, that is
back to Kim Porter. Remember? Who is the?
I do remember. I do because yeah. So it's Justin.
But who is the other girl? The other girl that's close in age to twins. Who is her mom? Is Kim her mom too?
No. It's another woman. And remember he had that baby with that woman in Atlanta randomly, like in the early 2000s, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was around the time he was down there hanging out with them boys from them Bad Boy South Boys.
The boys in the hood. Boys in the hood with Jeezy.
Yep. And he had a baby with this light-skinned lawyer down there. I remember that. I just remember that random.
And the new baby was by an intern. The new baby by an intern. It just came.
I know she really feels messed up. Like, dang, I thought I was good. Like, nah, this child support is nothing.
Nah, this money finna go to lawyers.
Yeah.
Speaking of Atlanta.
Yeah, let's get it. Freaknik, the documentary. The greatest story or the scariest story, greatest story never told?
The greatest story never told.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I'd like to start out with this one. All those people that thought it was going to just be a whole bunch of nakedness all throughout there and were worried that you were going to be caught on there. Maybe you were. Some of the scenes. But they blurred out people's faces for some stuff, a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
So like, but
I want to go on record and state that I said that this documentary wasn't gonna be about shit. Like not in that case, but just what people thought it was going to
They
be.
thought it would be a black girl's going wild.
It was not going to be that. So it wasn't. I never thought that it would be that. And it's weird that people wanted it to be that. Right? Like it's everybody is so terrified that they might see their mama on the thing, but everybody, oh, y'all mama's gonna be on there. And it's like everyone's so focused on possibility that my mama is on there, but you're not worried about the fact that your daddy and your uncle are also on those tapes, feeling up women and touching them inappropriately when they don't want to be touched. So like it's that double standard there. But again, it wasn't the documentary. It was a real documentary. I actually enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I had no idea how Freaknik came to be. That it was just. I mean, ideally, I always knew it was supposed to be like the Black Spring break, but that's really what it was. And the fact that it was just the college kids having fun, and just even looking at that footage of all the school, like that AUC center down there, and all the schools and all the early 90s Black people for me are like unmatched. Like there's just like this level, like you look at that footage, you're just like, damn, they was. Like you can just look and see they are fucking kicking it. Like
because it's like we still wish we could have been them because we was too young at the time, and now
we were right there below it. We just missed Freaknik.
Like we just missed.
We was like 5 years too young.
Like bro, like that will always. Again, I always said like that's one of my biggest regrets is that I wasn't old enough to go to Freaknik. Like I wish that I was. Like my oldest sister is in her early 50s, my brother's late 40s. So like somewhere in between that, I need to be like 47, 48 right now.
47,
like
48.
Right there.
Where I could have made 1 or 2 trips down there. But and been that college age and to be down. Like I can't imagine like being able to be in like 19.
What's up, y'all? This is RVS.
This is ROD, aka Rated R.
And we are the We Coming For You cast. And we talk about pro wrestling from a black dude's perspective. Tell them what they can expect on this here podcast.
Oh, we gonna give you all the raw and dirty and the everything black from AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, and any other wrestling in between. If you want your wrestling unfiltered, uncensored, and you want it raw, you need to subscribe to the We Come For You cast.
Right here on SOLC Network.
20 years old, me and the girls hop in a Suzuki sidekick.
We ain't catching flights, we driving.
Listen, I wrote that down because they said we ain't catch flights, we drove. And I said, you absolutely fucking drove. We did not catch flights. Y'all out here catching flights and not feelings or whatever. We wasn't. We was catching, we had feelings in the car.
Yes,
like
on the petrol.
Like that's it. You were not.
Hold on. And James, the dude you messing with down in Atlanta, said, I got y'all 150 when y'all get down here. He wasn't flying you out, but he said he got your gas. Just get down there.
Definitely had, and then plus gas was like this was when gas was cheap. And it's like so you drove. Wait a minute, like I said, so on the documentary, it was a group of dudes that they interviewed, and they were like, "Yeah, we rented an RV to come down here." And there was 20 of us at first, and we was down to 10. So black folks backing out of a trip have been going on for generations.
Yeah, that ain't nothing new.
But niggas said that they paid $125 a person. It was 10 of them. These niggas paid $1,250 to rent an RV for the weekend. Where? Sign me up, like, but
and it might be for 4 or 5 days, low key, because depending on where they drove from, it might take them like 12, 13 hours to get there.
$1,250. That's it. And I'm like, maybe take me back to 94. Please, somebody take me back. Why can't I go?
So now let's talk about Luke here, because Luke is the hood dude that is, especially me throwing parties. When I would see a certain cat at my parties, I would go, damn. This shit's
the neighbor.
And that was Luke. So
yes. And look, and I knew he was gonna go back to Spruce and be like, man, I went over this free time thing. It was all bitches there, G. You gotta go with me to that next joint. I'm on the email list. So I'm gonna let you know.
Chicks up in there, but they cool,
they educated and stuff. I met me a lawyer, dog.
They cool,
and she wasn't getting me out. She was actually a girl I was talking to at the bar.
She gonna help me with my tickets.
She said she could clear up that Warren situation in Pagedale.
And then usually and it's just like in there. They good a few times coming out. 3 or 4 times bringing their homeboys, but then they get into it with somebody the 4th or 5th time they come to your party. That's your 95, 96 for Freaknik.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you exactly
like
what happens. You know how they got into it at the party? Because the accused was strolling. Or they broke a line. That's how it happens, right?
And you don't even know, but I know it's right. We don't even know, but we know that's right.
We know that's what the fuck happened. Listen, y'all. So maybe you didn't go to Freaknik, maybe you didn't go to college, but you may have seen the movie School Days. And even if you didn't see that, right, you at least know the situation that D is talking about, where you have a group of people who are, have come together. They all have the, same mindset, and we're together hanging out and kicking it. And then there is someone, or maybe a group, who doesn't like that, or they're looking at it and being like, they doing too much over there. Or maybe they're just curious and they want to see what y'all are doing. But then next thing you know, the environment starts to change because more of them are starting to come in. And it's like, I know this sounds classist, and I'm sure white folks probably said the same thing about niggas. However, it does happen. And again, this is not to say that every dude that's a hood dude is going to come into I don't even want to say professional, right? But just a different setting and cause problems. That's not true. It's not, because it's absolutely not true at all. But we have all seen it happen before. So with Freaknik, as I was saying, like with everybody's traveling down there, and it's everybody's college age kids, and they're hanging out because you can't afford to go nowhere for spring break. Some people can't go back home, and you can't afford to go down to Daytona, and Daytona's for the white folks anyway. So what do? And then they ended up creating this party, or essentially they brought back the freak.
It was a DC Metro Club. It was a DC Metro Club.
It was a DC Metro Club, and they was bringing back the freak. And when they say freak, they weren't talking about freaking. They were talking about, the dance, the freak, or like the song, "Oh, Freak Out."
Yeah, Shriek by Sheep.
So they were talking about that. So and everything that they were doing, they were using the word freak in it. And they said, you know what? Let's call it the Freaknik, because it's a freak in there, and it's a picnic. And everybody was having an amazing time. It was all good. And then Uncle Luke.
No. I want to take a step back here, though.
You want to go back?
Yeah. No, these are things that they did not touch on that I have questions about, that I want to see what y'all think. So it supposedly had started in 82. So, and I'm assuming they're sophomores, juniors, because usually after your first, to be able to plan and come up with this idea, maybe they were freshmen. I'm just thinking that you were not your first year of college.
Yeah,
like,
I can't go third year.
They're probably like second or third year. I'm thinking, they're probably were juniors. I'm really probably thinking like probably juniors.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Well, they left college in a year or two. This thing took its own monster on its head because they weren't even there to plan no more. By the time 93 is there, they all them, like we talked about earlier, they get married with kids. By the time we hear about Freaknik and throughout the rest of the nation in the early 90s, they married with kids at that point. Yeah. Low key, I realized that they're the same age as my mama. Because my mom was a junior in 82. So I'm just saying, my mom had me. I was a teenager in the early 90s. So I imagine these people are. So I wonder how they felt or looked at it. Did they try to come back and try to keep it organized? Are you like, man, dude, I'm working at Houston.
From what it appeared, from what they were saying, because they and a couple of them were like that Freaknik 94 was like their favorite one. And I remember I said that to my best friend Brandon earlier today, and he was like, why do I feel like I know about Freaknik 94? I'm like, I feel like I've heard about 94 or 95, but
all the songs was out there.
I think that was, maybe that's just when I became aware that it existed. So that may be what it is that sticks out for me, is that's when I became aware that it existed. But with that, I think that they were still somewhat involved. I think there was like a big planning committee or whatever.
So 95 is popping because What's Up from Player Poncho was recorded during Freaknik 95. Okay.
Got it. That makes sense.
That's FY 95.
That absolutely makes sense. So
96 it dwindled down with the Olympics.
Yeah. So in the Olympics,
95 is the classic one, they say, because that was going for the Olympics.
That makes sense. So and then by that point, and I'm sitting there thinking all those songs, all that. I'm gonna mention Jermaine Dupri because so with What's Up, and with the So Def All Stars and all those songs that came out around that time, we need a Jermaine Dupri documentary. I want to know his story. Like, we know bits and pieces of stuff, but there's a level of what he was able to do in Atlanta or what he's continued to do and just the success that he's had, all of that. I want to know his story. Like, I watched Michael Bivins' story.
96 is a hell of a year for bass music. My boo is the same year as Player Poncho.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's on that album. It's on the So Def All Stars album.
Both of them songs are. That's right.
Yeah, they're both on there. So so which again goes into me saying I want to talk to Jermaine Dupri. Like, because him being in the documentary makes sense. Why was 21 Savage there? I don't know. But what I love is that in the beginning, he's talking about it's my birthday party, blah, blah, blah. And then some old nigga was like, them niggas don't know shit about Freaknik. And I'm like, thank
Burns.
you.
Kenny Burns.
Right. I was like, thank you. Appreciate, like, as soon as, because I'm thinking that, and when he said it, I was like, now this is how you start a documentary out. They don't know nothing about no Freaknik. And like I said, 21 Savage still sitting there talking, and I'm like, how old were you when they were doing this? Because were you born?
He couldn't have been born.
Yeah. He wasn't born. Like, that's my like. Yeah, I don't want to hear.
He's probably born in like 98. I think he's 25. So he probably was
late
like
90s when it ended.
It was long gone by that point. But so with like, and then Rashida was on there and she was talking about it. And so she's like, oh yeah, she's like, I used to work at Merry-Go-Round. And when she said that, baby, core memory unlocked. Because I had completely forgotten
Oak Street, Jeans West.
Right. She's like, yeah, I used to go to we have on some used jeans, some damaged jeans, big hair, pump it up, everything. And I'm like, man, take me back to 94. But when she was saying all that, I'm thinking to myself, how old is she? Like, how old is Rashida? And I went to look it up, and I'll just say this: her age is not listed anywhere.
She about 50. She about late 40s, early 50s.
Like I said, I was trying to find. Essentially, yeah, that's the assumption you have to make. But it was like when I went, I'm like, how old is she?
She was signed originally in 94. And
right, like what I'm saying.
If you just do rough numbers, let's just say you're 20 at the low end in 94. At the low end, you're 20. 7 more years of that. That's 50. You're 50 because I'm 43. So
yeah, she about 50.
But like, so everybody's down Freaknik. The college kids are there. Other college kids are coming because again, there's no social media, y'all. It is all word of mouth in long distance.
Barbershops is what changed. Well, for men at least.
And some of the music through the South.
And then that started helping too. But I'm thinking though, but like even with that. Think about before 93 through like 95. During that
they were
time.
Selling those tapes. They at least in the barbershops around my way, they were selling Freaknik tapes like it was Black Girls Gone Wild.
Shut the door.
I know. That's how I found out about it because they was like, oh yeah, you can't see it. They was showing it in my barbershop. I turned it off because I was like 11 and 12 walking in there. They like, hey, turn it off.
I got an older brother. He went to Jackson State, so he was like, and he had a camcorder, so nothing pornographic, but it was basically the same stuff you see, you know.
And to that point, like I said, with nothing pornographic. If all he had was videos of women shaking their ass, that was it. Like because that, but again, and
traffic.
Right. It wasn't like we didn't call it twerking. Like you were just pee popping or shake ass shaking. But either way. Like that's what was going on, but everybody went home safe.
But another thing though, as well, like I was saying, Stacey, they actually respected a kid was walking into there, even though it was just booty shaking at Freaknik. They knew, like, hey man, turn it off real quick.
They ain't want no problems with your mom. I knew what about.
But I would say in general, I think it was still a respect in not having that in front of a young kid.
But you know what made the pee popping culture safe for the adults was not the 95 South, but the tag team, the Whoop. There it is. Whoop. Because it was the knockoff version.
Yeah, that is true.
And then Tootsie Roll.
But it was way more white people dancing to the Whoop. There it is.
Yeah, that's the one that made it. But yeah, the 95 South version, which is the better version.
Yeah,
of course.
With the teach.
But yeah, that
one. Remember when all had the competition? The Whoop There It Is versus Whoop There It Is.
Yeah.
Like so, it's like you can't. Hey, girl over there in the blue. I got a pocket full of chains. So what you gonna do? Turn around, spread them cheeks. Let's play a little game of hide and seek. You can't play that at the basketball games.
No, you can't. And that's why it's never. That's why you have to go in your own archives and listen.
Yeah. Quad City tried to make something for Space Jam, though.
So Luke gets down there.
Luke says, y'all are up there kicking it. I like people that kick it. Y'all up there, y'all got the women, y'all got everybody out there. You know what you need? Debauchery. That's what you're missing. Y'all up there, look, you kids out here studying and having fun and just singing and dancing and holding hands, eating hot dogs and shit. No.
Tell them Captain Dick coming.
Captain Dick is coming. Captain D coming. Captain D is coming.
And Pocahontas.
And Pocahontas. Santa Claus might show up. Santa Claus might even show up. We all coming up in there. Now, so the song Work It Out is actually my song. That was my shit. And I didn't know that they taped that at Freaknik.
Really?
Yeah, he said they taped it there. They taped it.
I didn't realize that. Damn.
1 and 1. We're having some fun. That was my song, and I shouldn't have been listening to it on the box. But this
was what did a 69 Boys video that was shot at Freaknik too?
Possibly.
No, but you gotta remember they got the Black Spring Break too down in Daytona, so they might have shot it.
They might have been down there.
Yeah, they from Florida.
Yeah. They probably was down there, but like I said, we all know. So when Luke comes, the vibe changes. So again, women may have been. So Rashida, my point of bringing up what she said that she wore was that she's like, yeah, I had on like some used jeans or some damaged jeans. So again, she wasn't scantily clad. But then as time went on, and Daisy Dukes came out, and then women are wearing their Daisy Dukes. But even with that, you shaking your ass, dude might come up behind you, might touch, but you could, brush them off and you're good.
It's the old school powers.
That Luke showed up and brought a different vibe, and also bringing Luke into the mix is going to bring a different crowd of people, bring other people who wouldn't have been there. So now you have 40-year-old men around 20-year-old college students. And not to say that there were not grown women there too. I wasn't there. I mean, I assumed that grown women was down there too, trying to.
At some point, college kids weren't even going to Freaknik. It was just Atlanta.
It was just a festival. It was just
and then eventually, right, it just becomes Atlanta. And so I want to say now more sexual assaults are being reported. Because I'm not going to state that over the 10 or plus years before that something didn't happen, but I absolutely believe that it escalated and the numbers increased in the later years than they were before. And again, it's a different. Yeah, it's a whole different.
They had 300,000 people down there from out of town at one point. This the numbers in general of just how much that happens in general. It's going to definitely have happened. Yeah. You ain't getting 300,000 good people. Like everybody good.
Like I said, so there's going. I mean, unfortunately, people are trash. So again, 300,000 people, something is going to happen. But again, with knowing again how it all started, and then to get to where it ended, like that, it just makes me sad because we've all been there. There's a club that you went to that you loved and it was dope and the vibe was great and you kicking it with your friends. And then all of a sudden it starts changing and it's not the same anymore. And now you got to go find another club because this one that you're in is no longer safe. Mm-hmm. And that's essentially what happened with Freaknik. And so the last people who owned the Freaknik trademark or whatever the name was Adult Swim or a Cartoon Network because they did Freaknik cartoon. So some dude bought the name and now is doing like a Freaknik festival or fiesta or some shit. It doesn't matter. Like it's never going to be what it was. Like first
of all, the city of Atlanta's not going to let that happen. Let's talk about this first. Atlanta should have shut that shit down. Like, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm mad though, because it was like the year before I would have been able to go, and I'm like, damn, y'all gonna do it right before your boy turned 18.
What was the last year? 98?
98. 98.
Yeah.
I would need it 2 years actually, because the next year to be my senior year. I needed 2 years. I need y'all to get 2000.
98. So 99 is when I turned 18. And
that's what I'm saying.
Like, and so, but unfortunately, that was my senior year of high school. So I wasn't gonna be able to go then. But 2000, and it like 2000.
Imagine Cash Money and Freaknik, the 99 and the.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So like 2000, fall of 2000, I'm at SEMO. So this spring 21, we in there, and it just was not gonna. We didn't.
And you would have had a shorter ride too, being out in SEMO, right?
Yeah. Yep. But hell, I'm sitting here thinking, like, nigga, who car would have made it down there? Like, I'm like Samantha had a dynasty, and we used to call it the dynasty. That mug could get up and down 55, but I don't know if it would have made it to.
Hey, Station, I got so quick for you, just for your TikTok. You just got to start telling stories like Adventures with Samantha, because it's like every episode. You mentioned like something y'all done did.
Look, we were together like every day from like 94 into like 2002. So like we were in like middle school together, high school together, college together. So everything, essentially all of my teenage experiences, she was standing right next to me. Yeah. Like we were always there. Like, so yeah, I absolutely would do that. Be like, story time with Stacy. And this is a story about the time that me and Samantha went to the monastery. Or there's a story about the time that
So hold on. So now as we wrap up this part about Freaknik, let's come up. What would you have done? What would you have been doing at Freaknik if, let's say, we had the time, the end of it would have been 01, 02. How do y'all envision? Let's say 2000. That's when we all could have been there at the same time.
Yeah, that's my senior. I'm out of high school.
Yeah. So who's performing down there? Is my first part. What artist gets in trouble down there in 2000, 2001?
If it's 2001, Nelly gonna have a little run in there because he fresh out the gate. But it's gonna be Cash Money gonna be the headline.
But the thing that's so interesting, they don't really have like performers like that. People was just sitting on top of their cars. That's kind of the crazy thing about.
They had some places where it was a stage set up like at a park.
Yeah, at the Piedmont Park.
Yeah, that would be at Piedmont.
Is T.I. performing? Is it T.I. and Nelly?
T.I. is definitely there. I think T.I. would have been definitely there.
Lil Jon.
Ooh, Lil Jon was in his bag then too.
Yeah, Lil Jon definitely there.
Actually, you know what? Let's scrap the whole thing because it'd have been some fighting.
It would just would have been
that fighting music time. Man.
Yeah, I'm saying the Luke era was over. The booty shaking was over.
Yeah, and then 3 6 Mafia performed Who the Crunk is in this motherfucker or something.
Yeah, you know, we are. Yeah, at that point, it would have been
a Crunk fest.
Yeah. We are. That is absolutely the Crunk era. We're 2000, 2001. Yeah. We are entering into Crunk.
Yeah,
because Kings of Crunk is what, 2003.
02, I think it's 02.
Yeah, you talking about with
the one with Knock the Heads Off and.
I think Kings of Crunk is I'm positive it's 03.
03?
Oh no, it was. It came out on my birthday, 02.
Yeah, it's like the end of 02. Yeah.
But then 01, you got put your hood up. So that's the one that's got on there. But 2001 is Be a put your hood up, move, bitch.
You might have had Pimp C up in there. Pimp C would have definitely been there at Freaknik.
No, he was in jail still.
Oh, he wasn't locked up in 01, was he?
Yeah, he was. He got out like 03.
I thought he got locked up.
But he would have been there saying Free Pimp C though.
I thought he got locked up in like 03, 04.
No, he got locked up in the late 90s. Like right after Big Pimpin'.
Because he was on sipping on some syrup, wasn't he?
That's 2000. He got locked up after that. Like right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hell yeah. So for Lil Jon album that was out May 22nd, 01 is Put Your Hood Up. That's the one that's got Be a on there. It's got on there. It's got Move Bitch. It's got that's a different movie, bitch. My bad. And then it's got Can't Stop Pimping.
Ball and G would have been.
So just to clarify, 2000 is when went in. Pimp C went in 2000.
2000. Okay.
And then he didn't get out until 2005. He didn't get out until 2005.
He got out. Okay.
Pimp C did
and died in 07 or 08.
Yeah, and then he died in 07.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought he went in like in 02, 03.
Just know I would have been down there probably with some camo shorts on or something. Because I
had FUBU stuff on.
Like I something said, fuck around, might have had some Sauconys on. I don't know, like, but it's I'd been down there
in my classic velour tracksuit.
All I know is that I would have been down there pee-popping on a handstand. That's all I know. That's all I got is that I'd have been down there shaking it.
So I heard a story about the Fab Five going to Freaknik '94.
Jalen's talked about that.
No. Someone else. I heard somebody else told a story about seeing them there and what happened.
Niggas said they were talking to some girls and hopped in the car and rolled out.
Right, but you got to think this is Fab Five time with all them there.
Right.
This guy, it was a guy on a podcast. He was talking about. He was like, "Man, we sitting there talking to some girls. We just saw people running, and we didn't know. So we like, oh snap!" He's like, "You know, we black people. We just start running. We start running with them because we didn't know." He's like, and then one girl go, "Girl, it's the Fab Five."
Yeah.
You heard one of the girls. He stopped. He said, "I stopped. Oh, and I ain't running for no dudes."
Hey, you know what?
And what's so funny?
I wonder, with Deion Sanders being down there at that time, I wonder where was he at during Freaknik? You know, he was a Falcon. He was with the Falcons.
Why did nobody ever ask him that question about his time going to Falcons?
So I feel like Deion wasn't there, but
like
some women might have been in his house.
A little bit.
Some women might have been in his house, but I feel like he wasn't out there kicking it with the people. Like he might have seen somebody else.
49ers in '94. He went to the 49ers in '94.
Yeah, I'm saying the early, when he first got to Atlanta, I'm quite sure he.
But you know what? He couldn't. He was playing baseball. Remember?
Yeah.
He couldn't be at Freaknik.
Spring training.
Spring training and the season started early April. Just in general, you know what? Spring training. He was down in Florida. He couldn't. He probably on the phone like, dang, word. They doing what?
Yeah, because the season started. Hey,
put the phone out. I want to hear. I want to put the phone out. I want to hear. Because that's what you would do here. You can experience. Hey, put the phone. So he's sitting in this hotel room in the middle of Florida in some motel in spring training. Like, dang, they up there kicking it. Dang, man. I think I'm going to fake an injury next year, man. I'm going to fake an injury next year. I'm going to be hurt.
I'll fake an injury.
But it was a good documentary to me overall. Like, it was fine.
Yeah,
like,
I enjoyed it. I absolutely enjoyed it. Like I said, in the group, I said, I think Scott had posted that the trailer was about to come out. And I commented and I said, y'all save this because I'm telling you, this documentary is not going to be what y'all think it's going to be. And I hadn't seen the trailer. I actually still haven't seen the trailer. But I knew it wasn't going to be.
But you knew it wasn't going to be.
I know it wasn't. I knew that it wasn't. Again, why y'all really wanted it to be drama? And I think we've gotten to this point in life that we have to have the drama. We want the drama. We want the scandal. You were literally, again, all the reels and TikTok videos that people have made parodying the idea of seeing their mother butt naked or basically seeing their auntie and then be like, wait, is that my mama? And it's like, that's so weird to me.
It's so meta because we're so close in age that nigga, if it had been going 2 more years, my black ass would have been on there too.
Listen, like I always say, Brenda is a woman of a certain age. All right. My mama wasn't at Freaknik. Okay. By the time the Freaknik was going on, Brenda had kids and she wasn't there. I cannot confirm or deny what happened at the Teddy Pendergrass concert.
I'm saying now they do a doc on the Budweiser Superfest.
But I'm saying she was at that Budweiser Superfest. I don't know what did that was an all-night party. I don't know what she was doing at that back in 82. What I do know.
Go back to the previous episode where we talked about the 1982 Budweiser Superfest. We found the flyer.
So, like, look, she was there. Like, so,
she was pregnant with me.
Look, so, like I was already here, which is funny. Who had me?
Your granny, you know, he was at Granny House.
That's a really good question. Like, which makes it extra funny because so again, like, so whenever there was
going up like 2 or 3 in the morning or something, you said, right, Stacey?
You know, like no, because Stevie didn't go on stage until 5 in the morning. And so, like, as the story goes, like, parents were calling the police and being like, my kid never came home. And they're like, well, ma'am, the concert's still going on. So it's very like you said, I was with my granny. It's quite possible that Grandma Sims called the police because she was ready for me to go home.
It wasn't because of being out of concern for your mother.
Right, it was kind of like, okay, wait a minute, because
was she still working?
Oh no, Grandma Sims was a grandma for real. Like so she didn't have kids until later in life. She was like in her 40s when she had kids. So by the time
you met her, she was a grandma, like she was in like granny age for real.
She was so by the time the first grandkid was born, she was like already in her, so she was in her 60s at that point. So like real grandma. So by the time I was born, like I remember my mom being like, "Oh yeah, you know, Mama used to work. Grandma, when did she work?
I don't remember.
When did she work? Grandma ain't never went to work." So if she was retired by the time like all the grandkids were born. So as far as we are concerned, that woman ain't never left the house a day in her life. She left, like she didn't drive.
It was with me. Like my grandparents was retired by the time I was born.
I'm saying, like she was good and retired and was getting so like I always say, ain't no Social Security because Grandma Sims was collecting Social Security 30-some years. She got all that money. Okay, that's where the money is. Like that's who had it was her. She just collecting that. And then one of them grandmas who was on that fixed income, but always had $20 for Christmas.
Yep.
Like so I had the real like the those little slides, the beauty supply slides and all of that. And when you come over there, she got to go put her teeth in. It's all of it, like real deal granny. What I hear, but yeah, I don't.
All right, Kendrick Lamar is shooting at Drake and J. Cole in a new diss.
I appreciate it.
I love the rap beef.
I love it.
And if they didn't even beef though, it's not like we're gonna see them.
I mean, well, just the lyrical.
But I like that.
I like that.
I like it. Not no personal taking it to the street stuff.
Exactly. This is keep it on wax.
Iron sharp.
But there's always got to be some millennial messiness that Future's involved in. Y'all know the whole story of this shit?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Future was messing with some girl Drake was. That's what started all this. Then Future calls Kendrick, was like, hey, man, you want to get on this song or whatever with us? It's me and Metro.
But remember, Metro called Drake out like a few months ago.
Right. So he knew what he was doing by calling Kendrick. That's like calling up. And like, you ain't have some girl named Myrtle
come out this week. The second album come out this week.
Yeah. So think about this thing. You it's this girl named Myrtle you ain't cool with, and I decide, you know what? Let me call Myrtle and have her come on the podcast because we beefing. I know what Myrtle finna do. She coming right in here and talking about you. It's
gonna be a whole bloodbath.
And keep in mind, Future is 41 years old. I need him to slow down some a little bit.
It's just know there are times where I feel like man, we are too old for this shit. Like when Nicki spent 48 hours going off on Megan, right? I remember thinking to myself, man, we are too fucking old for this. But I had to kind of check myself because like the week before I was cussing somebody out on Instagram. So, but here's the thing though, I'm not famous. I don't have Nicki money. Nicki got money to do other shit. I don't have nothing else to do all day. If I ain't got nothing else to do. Like, so the week before cussing somebody on Instagram out.
So what did y'all think of? What y'all think about Kendrick's diss? What y'all think about his diss?
I love the verse. I liked
it. I liked it a lot. Like I said, I'm loving. Beef or whatever it is, I'm enjoying it. Like, again, keep it on whack. Let's talk about, look, I'm better than you, you're not better than me, whatever. Like,
niggas was even questioning, like, man, why he diss Ice Cube? Like, man, he ain't diss Ice Cube.
Like,
now, Kendrick is hilariously smart for this because I can see J. Cole turning heel on Drake with this. Be like, so you thought I was a pussy nigga because I was hanging with this nigga? Like,
oh, you can see it in his response. Whenever he responds, he's gonna
diss Drake
like,
too.
I can hold my own, you know.
Yeah, he's gonna diss Drake in his response to Kendrick.
Yeah, whatever he do. You know, let's see what he do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was some. I don't know if y'all saw that thing where it broke down the entendres and everything that he was trying to use for. Supposedly, even though sometimes people break down Kendrick lyrics, I think a little bit too much. But it was a guy basically saying that because it's the old riding the yo beat, everlasting bass. We know we've heard it on. Yeah, so we've heard on like 15 different songs. We've heard it on. I mean, it was
that part. How many times has that been used?
The Mob Out.
Mob Out.
I love it. Like I love the beat. I loved everything about it.
And I saw an interview with Ryan Yo. He said, like, honestly, that's been feeding his family from then on, like his life, because so many people have sampled it.
Everything. E40 even sampled it. Big Baller with my homies.
Yeah, with him and Be Legit.
Yeah.
Because even Kendrick mentions them in there, saying like, yeah, you know, I'm not like E40 and Be Legit. You know, we ain't homies.
No 40 water.
Yeah, but and it was cool to hear Ryan Yo say like, yo, I've been getting paid off of this beat for this whole time because we've been, and you got to think about a lot of people that have used it. Those are classic songs. So you think about some of that publishing, he's been just getting 3 6 Mafia, Who the Crunkest, who else used it? Mob Out 8. I'm sure he wasn't worried about that publishing. And that's no disrespect to you. I'm just saying it wasn't a national hit. Like Who the Crunkest.
Original hit.
Yeah, Who the Crunkest was on a platinum album. You know, I mean, on a 3 6 album.
E40,
E40's joint, and that, you know, E40 good for going gold in the 90s. He gonna get you gold at the minimum. Like that's
independence.
I'm trying to find out all these songs, people that sampled this song, man. Because there's so many songs that sampled this song.
I love I just introduced like the youngsters to everlasting bass.
That part.
Yeah.
Cause where Rodney Young joke, ain't they from like Miami or something?
I think they from Philly.
I think they from
Philly.
From who?
From Philly.
Philly. Okay, I thought they was from like
maybe they're not though. I mean, it just feels like that.
No, he mentioned Miami in the song. You're right. Yeah, I don't know where they from. Yeah, I know they're not from New York.
No, they from LA.
LA.
Yeah, they from Compton.
Because I think they had an album called Fuck New York.
Ooh, they sure did in 93.
Yeah.
In 93. I mean, the only song I know by them is Everlasting
Bass. The only thing
I didn't get to the Fuck New York album in 93.
Yeah.
that was that.
I was standing back in the day, like at like Street Side or like you know, when you could still buy old CDs.
But so Stacey, what was your thoughts? Let me get your thoughts into it real quick.
All right, I'm sorry, my ex-husband called and threw me off. What happened? What are we talking about? The song,
the verse, or the Kendrick.
So like I said, I like it. I loved it. I'm enjoying this. I love when. Sometimes when you don't hear from somebody, then all of a sudden they show back up and it's like, hey, here, real quick. Here's something for you real quick. Like I like Kendrick. I don't dislike any of them. And then hell, Big Sean showed up the other day through some. He
was like, hey, y'all forgot about me.
Right. But what about me?
He didn't need to do that. He could have kept that.
I'm here too.
Yeah.
It's 4 people on Mount Rushmore. I could be there too.
Hey, so hold on. Have y'all ever seen, and I've been trying to find this. Remember on Saturday Night Live when Tim Meadows played what was that black dude trying to run for president against George Bush back in 2000 in the 2000 election? I can't remember his name now. Alan Keyes. Y'all remember Alan Keyes, the black Republican dude? Do y'all remember when Tim Meadows did him on Saturday Night Live, and he was talking to his campaign audience, and it was talking to him, and you only get one shot, and then it pans out, and he's just pressing play on a tape recorder for the crowd because nobody there, because you think it's a crowd, like people clapping at what he's saying, but he's pressing play on a tape recorder. That's Big Sean in this situation to me. Like nobody was even checking.
Nobody was even talking to him.
It was a triple threat match. This is a triple threat match right now, my brother.
What if they would have responded like, "We don't fuck with you"?
Exactly.
Like, what am I even talking to him? Like,
and look, you got eliminated early when Kendrick dissed you on your own track and all these other people on your song. So you already got eliminated from this Royal Rumble, brother.
that part.
It's definitely a Royal Rumble. It's like a civil war for real.
Yeah.
Word. It's for me, this is when hip hop is fun.
Yes.
This is when it's fun, when y'all are going back and forth again on wax. Like, that's it. Like, we're just back and forth there, and we don't have to dig into all the personal shit and baby mama this and blah, blah. I was like, I don't care about none of that shit. Like, look, if you want to say, look, I'm better than you are, cool. Like, I want to hear, tell me, and why are you better? I'm listening.
Yeah.
Give me your list of reasons. I want to hear them. Throw some metaphors in there too. Make it rhyme. I want to hear it. I want to hear shit else about all this other fucking shit. Like, I don't care about any of that. Like, why? Like, the real beefs that they be having is just so we too old. Like, I'm not gonna say we too old for that shit. Y'all got too much money for that shit.
Be over women.
Y'all are arguing over broke nigga shit. Like, and broke nigga shit, broke bitch shit is the same shit.
Stacey, it's just how you know my bitch. That's all
That's exactly it. How you know my bitch has caused more problems in our community.
That's all it is. How you know?
That's it.
Where you know it from?
How you know my bitch? That's all it is.
So I mean, he is getting kind of personal on Drake though on his diss a little bit. I'm reading through the lyrics here.
Drake, the only one that's not. He's the only one kind of like. Of course, he just cranking out hits, but he's just catering to the crowd. He's not really showing like lyrical, like he's not really pushing that effort to show he's the best. You know,
right? Like, but then
like you see,
they'll argue
out here rapping like he paying, like he got Brent due tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
But then people will argue like with Drake, it's like, well, you know, he's doing this and like, and he don't have to do, and it's like
he beat Michael Jackson in #1,
right? That's exactly it. He done sold this and he sold that, and it's like,
well, we got let's see what these bars like. Rap.
Like,
hold on, Miss Chalet is on this song.
That's
Miss Chalet is on this song.
They sampled that part from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just reading the lyrics.
Yeah, they sampled that part.
Okay. He was the one to thug from around the way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, that was taking. Master Ace took that on Sitting on Chrome too. I didn't realize that was Miss Chalet. That was sampled. Remember on that song Sitting on Chrome from Master Ace?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, wow.
I think they used that on Riding Spinners too.
They did. Dang, Miss Chalet, who got your publisher?
Dr. Dre.
Or
Easy.
No. Or the family of Mr. Jerry Heller may own those publishing checks from anything on Ruthless for a while.
Or no, Easy's wife, I think, still got some of the.
Ooh, okay. Easy's wife got him, man.
Yeah, I think
she need to holler at Easy's wife.
Yeah.
She need to holler at her. All right. So did y'all see this whole thing with Ray J trying to get this Monica and Brandy tour together? I'm gonna put it in the top. I'm gonna re-reference back to a previous episode where Stacy said, and she says in our intro for our commercial that people understand and know why Monica slapped Brandy. I immediately thought of you when I saw Ray J saying this, like, yeah, obviously Monica gonna open up. I was like, oh, well, I think that. I was like, it was like I was one of them people in the church. Like,
yeah,
like, it's not 94.
Yeah,
yeah. I literally wrote. I said I wanted this in '98, really bad. I wanted it in '98. Out of '98, 2000, I'd have went. And I don't even think they're gonna make it through the whole tour. If it even happens, then they're not gonna make it.
Why do you say that?
I think it'll.
Because Monica gonna smack the fuck out of Brandy. Are you kidding?
What would happen? We rotate.
How many? All right, how many? Are we doing 20? I know they're not doing 50. They're gonna probably do like 20, maybe 30 cities.
I mean, if they act right, they could get it international if they wanted to too. If they want to act right, they could do 20, 25 here, do 10 overseas.
Brandy gets on Monica's last damn nerve. Monica is gonna.
Oh, you say just as a person?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Monica's gonna punch Brandy again. That's what's gonna happen. Like, that's it. She's gonna punch her in the face again. That's why they're not gonna make it through the tour. Is because Brandy gonna get fucked up.
Because Brandy gonna do something and annoy the hell out of Monica.
Brandy annoys the fuck out of Monica.
They're gonna try to take over the
if
Whitney
you
Houston
ever actually watch them, when they're in interviews together, look at Monica's face when Brandy talks.
you know they're gonna try to do a Whitney Houston tribute, and Brandy gonna take it over.
Listen, Brandy gets on Monica's last damn nerve.
Hey, but speaking of tours, I see Xscape, SWV, 702, and Total are touring this summer.
Yeah, is it one more person on that tour?
I think it's another group. I can't think of who it is though. But
yeah,
SWV and Xscape are the main.
Yeah, the headliners. Because they got a commercial out with Mona Scott as like a therapist with them.
Yeah,
on a couch. Hold on,
because they were supposed to tour like a couple years ago, but Xscape had some drama. Was it?
Oh, the Queens of R&B.
There we go. Yeah. So who's on that?
And Maya.
Yeah,
so Xscape, SWV, Maya, Total, and 702. I don't have enough Maya songs in my heart.
She got 3 or 4 songs she could roll out.
I mean, the girl had several albums. I'm just saying that there's like one song.
She give you the 15 minutes.
Easy. She got Case of the X,
which is my jam. The song
with Jay. The song with
the song with Jay. The remix. The Case remix.
Yeah. Case of the X. What's the one where they sampled the Far Side beat?
Falling.
Yeah. What's she gonna do? Take Me There? Blackstreet gonna come out?
and she can do Beanie Man, Girls and Sugar.
Ghetto Superstar.
I'm not saying the girl doesn't have songs. I ain't saying that.
My love is like whoa.
Like she would. I honestly never liked that song. So when it came out, I was like, I was so happy that she came out with something else because, like whoa. And then
if you look back, it was kind of rapey because Cisco's a grown ass man on that song. And she was in high school. She's the same age as me.
During her, and then there's always something that bothered me. So during her dance breakdown where she's flipping outfits and all of that, you can see a video skip. You see a video.
What do you mean?
You can see when you watch it, you can see it's a really bad edit job. So she's doing the exact same choreography. She just has different outfits on. So as they go from one frame to the next, and it's like that outfit's supposed to be switching. I'll show it to you, and it's between these sections, or just like right here, and you'll be like, oh, you'll see it. And like I would watch the video, and I'd always see it.
Which video?
My love is like whoa.
Oh, okay.
Or like whoa, or whatever the song.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, the Case of the X is my shit. That is my song.
I'm saying, but how many people
no share no
music? It only has 3 people in it now, right? Because who left? Or they kicked out somebody.
And what group?
702. I think all of them back. I think all 4 are back.
On that flyer, it's only 3 of them now. It's only Candy,
okay.
Toya, not Tiny, and one of them sisters.
Yeah, Tasha's not there.
Oh, I thought all 4.
Is Tasha the one that her husband was out there taking money?
Possibly. So Tasha, that's the one who has always been an issue. So Tasha was the one who was originally the big one in Xscape.
Right, and then she got small and thought she could go solo.
But that's her.
Remember, she was mad originally because she didn't go solo.
She could have, and I'm actually, she really could have. Like her song "Liar Liar" on the Best Man soundtrack. My nigga, that shit, that song is everything, and she could have, but at that back then, again, like she was the bigger girl, but she wasn't big,
right?
But that at that time, so. I can see that, but she is not on this flyer.
But
and now in 702, I got questions with 702 because it's 2 of them.
Yeah,
I mean, but
but
the one that's gone didn't really have a lead.
I was gonna say, hey, I didn't, man, you said what I was
She was just
like
she was cute though. She was cute, but she didn't have no lead. I don't think on any song.
I think she did.
No, because what's the main one?
It was the light skin one and the dark skin one.
Yeah, but I'm saying
by the end, I think the dark. I always forget her name, and I hate to keep calling her the dark skin.
Is it Camila? It's Camila. I think it's Camila.
Camila.
I mix. You know why I mix up their names on that? Because there's been so many of them. There's been so many different people that was 702, but so I think that is her name. I think that sounds right.
It's Camila.
Yeah, like so her most songs. I think at this point she was singing lead on like toward with their last couple of albums. So but kind of just like what's the other group? So Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men said like with Mike being gone, it didn't make that big of a difference.
Yeah. No, they said that because they were like. They have no reason to have a reunion because they have figured out how to do a 3-part harmony, 1. And they said 2, they've been a 3-part harmony longer than
they was 4 of them.
Yeah. So to that point, this might be I want to check to see some.
I wouldn't mind seeing Total though. I wouldn't mind seeing Total.
You ain't getting everybody in Total. You only getting 2.
You ain't
Pam. No, you ain't getting Keisha. Keisha don't leave the X home.
Oh,
I thought Keisha was there.
I would have thought
she only did that Bad Boy tour as a favor to Diddy. That was her first time ever and only time being back with 702. You cannot find her performing with 702, and if you do, it's only on that Bad Boy tour. She be at home with Omar.
Damn, man.
I will say this: that marriage is one of the best kept Hollywood secrets, and it's not a secret. We all know that they're married, but it's one of those. Like, people like, damn, they still together. I ain't seen
it's definitely top 5, but I'm putting Tamia and Grant Hill at number 1.
Tamia and Grant Hill are, and like, you hate to call people relationship goals, but there's a relationship goal of sometimes the way that they interact with each other, the fun that you can see that they're having. You're like, I want to have fun like that. And they just who was it?
The 702 thing is not 702. The Total thing with Keisha is even deeper because Dre is talking about Keisha on that last song on The Love Below, the only song he's rapping on. Y'all didn't know that's who he's talking about?
Yeah, I remember you said that. I remember you telling.
Yeah, if you listen to that, he says she was in this group called Total.
But her and Omar Epps didn't get married until like the 2000s, though, right?
Because he was with her before. He was with her before. Then he got with Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah, he was
left Sanaa Lathan. Got with Keisha. Huh?
They were married since 06.
06.
Yeah, that's what I said. He was with Sanaa Lathan before.
Came out 03.
Yep. But he was with her back in. But Andre was with her before he got with Erica because he goes through. He says like right when they dropped the first album. Because I guess they met maybe like it seemed like
94, 95.
Right. So all right. So I'm this is my story here. This is not a legit story. This is an unbiographical story of this.
I think they met story. I love our unauthorized stories about what we think happened.
So I think they met at Jack the Rapper, right? Because they both were groups that were on the low. At Jack the Rapper in New York, in Atlanta, you got to remember, she hadn't come out with nothing on Bad Boy, and he says that in the song. Now we were both like basically coming up.
But I'm gonna interrupt your story though. But they both did have songs on the New Jersey Drive soundtrack.
Exactly. That's where I was going. You already see where I'm going with that. I'm saying they're both of them had some of their biggest songs were coming out in 92, 93, and then she blew up before he did. Technically, you got to remember they was already singing on Juicy. They was already singing on One More Chance. They were singing all that. Dre and them. That first album did well.
Players Ball and Southern.
Yeah, but you got to think them being on Juicy and being on One More Chance is MTV.
Yeah, it was bigger.
Yeah, and then they got the joint with on the New Jersey Drive. The Can't You See with Biggie and Biggie on your song, and Biggie is like,
yeah,
this thing. Yeah, he was hot siding on you, Drake. She had definitely moved on her life, and then she got with Omar Epps the first time because they were together 2 times. They broke up whatever reason in the late 90s. He got with Sanaa Lathan from the Northern Basketball.
The block for them to get married.
Man, I don't know. Look, and I appreciate their relationship. They keep their stuff off the Richter. Listen, it ain't no like
I said, sometimes you see like I think I saw a picture or something of them, and it was like happy anniversary or happy birthday, whatever. And I was like, they still together. Like you don't.
They got kids in college now. That's how old they are together.
Yeah, they kids, they're grown.
No.
But I don't know. The Total's cool, but it's something about Keisha being in Total. I just can't validate the group if Keisha not there.
I have a crush on Keisha, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Okay.
Also,
I didn't want to say that. I've been trying to be more.
So you don't think Keisha don't do it at all?
That's it.
Come on.
That's so interesting.
Why? I don't know.
I would think that Pam wouldn't be there.
No, both.
Pam was on some religious stuff, wasn't she?
This is what I'm saying. Like I said, the last time that I saw Pam was literally at a church conference here in Dallas at the gallery.
On a reality show, wasn't she? Wasn't she on like a reality show?
But she sings secular music, you know what I'm saying? But I think she's trying to do gospel. I guarantee you Keisha won't be there. I know Pam may or may not be there. It may be the Vita's older sister. What's her name? Is it Kima, because that's Vita from Murder Inc.'s older sister.
Okay, I didn't know that was her sister.
Oh, you didn't know that? You look at them.
No, now that you just said that, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her older sister. Vita from Murder
Inc. Yeah.
I miss Vita. I miss her.
Yeah, that's her older sister is Kima.
Vita. What happened to her? What's the Vita story?
Irv Gotti did something, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and say
where the fuck is like? Because not only like is she gone, but like no, but where is Vita? Like,
let me see what the Google say.
Like where? I mean, every once in a while you might hear from Charlie Baltimore somewhere or something, but it's like, or you might see what's the other girl? Amelia something, but where's Vita?
Emil from Rockefeller.
Emil, they say work at Target.
I thought it was one.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
But at least we know where she is.
I thought she was at Walmart.
Where's Vita? Who that chick be? Vita.
And she got that doggone great hook on Mobb Deep Burn too.
Yeah, like I liked her. This is the song. We were talking about Fab. So no, not Fab.
Either I'm mad younger than I thought I was than her. I thought she was closer to age. This claims she's 48.
Who?
Vita.
Yeah, it's about right. She about
But then how old is Kima? Because Kima's her older sister.
Okay, so first and foremost, I didn't know that she was older than me. I absolutely thought that I was older than Vita was.
No.
I would think Vita would be like 45. Honestly, I knew she was.
Yeah, that's what I thought about that. I thought around
45. She fooled me in belly, damn nigga. I don't know.
She do look young. She looked
young as hell. Like I am in shock. That's the shock I'm in. I am in
like
shit.
Rashida look young.
Rashida. I would say this. I thought looking at Rashida, if Rashida said that she was my age, I'd have been like, yeah. But when she was talking about all the places, all that stuff, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, girl, you got some years on me.
Yeah.
I would thought Rashida was like my age, but but where is
it? She did belly at 20. It's 21.
I really thought that she was younger. But the song with her, Ja Rule, Lamo, with that
what would I do with
that is my song. Listen, and I appreciate the gifts that you got me. Like that's mine. I go in.
I mean, she's on there. If you want to check out her Instagram, she has a very active Instagram. It looks like
I'm gonna go find her. It's the
Vita baby.
It was a Murder Inc. Was it a Murder Inc. compilation album?
Yeah, you talking about the first one, the Murderers album.
Yeah,
must be. So it was like this is a song. As soon as it comes, and I had
sample.
Yeah, it's we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. It's we don't give a fuck.
All right. So the boyfriend that I had at that time was really into fitness. You don't know what it's like waking up in a twin bed and you hear and it's kind of like moving and then you hear that song. You wake up to that song playing and this nigga's doing push-ups.
Nigga doing push-ups right by the bed.
On the bed shit. And I'm like, I'm knocked out saying, what's going on? And this nigga doing push-ups.
That was
so that's all. But when I finally listened to it, I'm like, I'm close with this. I like this.
Yeah.
But enough about Vita. I'm gonna go find
Life Before 50. Oh, speaking of 50, is he the anonymous buyer of this Revolt?
Nigga, give 50.
That's a great transition for another topic that I didn't know we were going to cover, but we're
my fault.
No. Look, we free flowing at this point. Keep going. We hit our main topics. All these other ones just bonus ones at this point. So go.
That's the Revolt sold to an anonymous buyer.
And as my friend Wendy pointed out, she doesn't believe that it was 50 because if it was 50, we would know. 50 would have
it wouldn't be anonymous.
But 50 is coming out with the doc though, right?
Surviving Diddy.
That's coming on Stars.
Yeah.
Bruh. To be petty and have money. That's my problem, is that I'm petty and broke, and I just have a lot of time on my hands. He is petty with time on his hands and money. So he can do a lot more stuff. I just sit here and make your life miserable.
Yeah, man. Anytime you could buy all the 2 front rows to a Ja Rule concert, buy all the tickets.
Just because you can. It's like I said, if he bought it, we would know. He would have been on Instagram Live signing the papers. We would have known. It would have been a big deal. It would not have been anonymous. So now I do wonder though, who the hell bought it? I wonder maybe Byron Allen didn't want it. Byron Allen buy everything, or maybe he can't buy nothing right now because he's trying to buy something else.
Could it be Byron Allen?
Byron, I feel like it could. I mean. Simply put,
Byron Allen's like, let me get this up off you since you ain't really doing nothing.
And I know that was on sale. It was sold on sale. I know it was at a reduced price.
I see this orange. So, I see this orange sticker on it.
I should be over there haggling. I
got to see that orange sticker on it.
I see the orange sticker.
What's this down here?
Let this go. Look, all right. Look, you got to listen to about 1.5. Most I can do 1.2. But haggling.
Byron Allen gonna say 1.2. He gonna be like 150 million. He ain't gonna. Ain't no billions. He gonna give him for that.
That price went down, man.
I'm like, that 1.5 wasn't billion. That wasn't a billion.
Okay, you're talking million.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the billion range, nah. I'm saying, and that's what makes it extra funny is that Byron Allen is haggling over millions of like, okay, look, 1.5, look, I can do 1.2.
Who is he in talks with now? Paramount?
Yeah, wasn't it Paramount that he was trying to get? So,
but look, hold on. So he probably bought that to try to leverage it for the Paramount deal.
Well, to that point,
like, look what else I got.
He probably if it's not him, I'm so
Would it be
my
Hov?
knowledge of purchasing things is all about real estate, right? But it's for me, my thought is that he wouldn't purchase Revolt at this time because he's trying to get that Paramount deal to go through. And if he makes
is that why he's anonymous?
Well, so the other part of that is that now that you have acquired this additional asset, that has to go on the books as well.
Right, and you have to account for that
your ability to do this next purchase. So, it wouldn't logistically, logically, it would not have been him because again, like if he whatever financial records, all that stuff that he had to provide, to be able to do that purchase, adding on this additional asset, and again, depending on what it's actually worth, blah 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 blah, that could affect all kind of shit with his bottom line. So Revolt maybe later if he wants to go get it, if he cares about it, but Paramount is the bigger fish.
I got a few people who I think might be the anonymous. I might
go ahead.
Hov, possibly, just because he's a businessman.
Yeah.
Oprah, Tyler Perry.
Why Oprah? Why would Oprah?
I don't know, just because she got money and just be trying to be in shit. I don't know. I'm just throwing Oprah out there.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's about who has the money to do it. So that's he has
but
to.
The person has got to be an athlete. The other person got to be an athlete. I just
could have been Bron. Think LeBron would have bought it?
LeBron, Mayweather.
Oh Lord, please not.
Who else we got? There's
no. I'm asking, but how much is Revolt worth at this point with the way because Revolt's big because of the brand of Diddy for 60-70% of
it
Tyler Perry.
So that started going down. Hold on, that is in. Hold on, let me pull it back up. That was in my Diddy notes about the shares. Hold on. Oh, where are we?
It's how much? Is Revolt trading on the stock exchange?
Wait.
I think it went open last year.
I think maybe you know what?
It went public last year. I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hold up. You type in shareholders because I know it was something that said something about the shareholders. Oh, where are you? That's going to drive me insane because I know that I saw information about that earlier today. But essentially because of the issues that Diddy was having, like he had already, so the end of last year, he had already resigned like as CEO. So that I did know. Anonymous buyer. He sold his shares. That's the question. How much was
he? Right, he gave back the publishing some months back too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's
right. So the current CEO and the officer will stay.
Yeah, they're private.
It's still private.
Yeah. I'll find. I mean, I'll very simply put. Give me some time. I'll find out how much it was worth. I'll find it. But yeah, I think it was. I don't think it was worth much. I mean, we definitely know that it had gone down.
Yeah, they're not publicly traded though. That's for sure.
No, yeah, that I knew that. Yeah.
Oh, if they're publicly traded, they would have been got him up out of here. Because all them people on that board would have been got him.
The board directors.
Yeah, that would have been.
Oh yeah, they got him ass out of there. So, but to that, like that, like I said, with him, he may have stepped down, but they would have made him step down.
Yeah, exactly, a long time ago.
Like they'd have made him, so he would have. They would have had to. So, What's that? I think what else we had.
I guess I give y'all. We got one. We can do one more topic. Y'all want to do Tupac and Left Eye? Martin being better. Why is Martin better than Jamie Foxx Show? Erykah Badu and Beyonce. Bobby Brown and Janet.
I'd rather talk about Martin.
All right, well, let me play the clip.
Those choices. What you think, Scott? What you got?
We can do the Martin, and what was it, Martin and Jamie Foxx Show?
Yeah. Hold on, here we go.
Out when I was in high school, why are people my daughter's age still laughing at the same Martin jokes? Like, what did Martin do to build a community that's kind of different than the Jamie Foxx community? Because you hear people keep talking about the Martin show, but you don't really get a lot of people talking about the Jamie Foxx show. I don't know if you can even still watch the Jamie Foxx show, but you can still. It was amazing, right? But it's different. What are they doing to build these cult-like followings where people are still demanding to see it and to repost it, and it's still relevant? Like, if we're serious about being podcasters and wanting to have a brand that lives forever, we need to be studying the Victor Newmans and the Young and the Restless that he was in, and what they implemented, how they're strategically writing these scripts and having these conversations and introducing world events to the audience.
All right.
I get what I like what she's saying. But you don't have originality in TV or movies. Hell, they still doing bad boy movies.
They just dropped a new one.
They should be retired, man.
Right. Like, this shouldn't be the last case before retirement. This should be the last one, right? I think
Martin looks like he lost weight. They might gonna come back with another one because he looked like he lost weight in his trailer.
Martin losing weight.
So for me, I watched the Jamie Foxx show for a little bit, and then I just kind of got over it. Like, I kind of just didn't care whether he got with Fancy or not. Like, I just kind of lost interest. Martin, I didn't lose interest until the final season because that was just a bad season. But the other part is that Martin there was more of a cultural phenomenon with that than it was with the Jamie Foxx.
I was just going to say that Martin was ingrained in the culture with Def Comedy Jam. Like, he's already a part of. I'm watching this dude. I've been watching it for 2 years on this.
You don't know who's going to show up. So you got an episode where Biggie is there. You got an episode Snoop is there. You got an episode. So all these different celebrities are coming.
And the characters that he plays.
Right. Character. Before I even get to the characters, I mean, just even they've mentioned like his fashion, right? Martin wore what we were wearing at that time. That's what people were wearing. You were wearing those Jordans. You were wearing all the HBCU shirts, and that everybody was wearing it at that time. That wasn't going on the Jamie Foxx show. And then Martin, so to Scott's point, Martin created those characters. So you got, aside from just Martin and the regular cast, you got Dragonfly Jones, you got Roscoe, Mama Payne, Otis, Shanae, Bob from marketing. So you got all of these characters, and each one of those characters brings something to the table. All of the Bruh-Man from the Fifth Floor, everybody, each one of them brings a whole other level of comedy to each episode. All of them have quotables. Dragonfly Jones and then even with Otis, with Otis. Like, I mean, everybody's seen that old man, that old security guard somewhere. Or like Shanae. When I hear Forever My Lady, I'm going to sing Forever Shanae. So, and like all of those quotables and those memorable moments, I don't have that with the Jamie Foxx show. Like, I remember is like him trying to pull Fancy, and wasn't he always talking about Braxton Bread Skunk or something? That's it. That's what I remember about the show.
Yeah, like Jamie Foxx show, it was funny, but it wasn't on a major network. It was on WB. So it probably every season it probably switched the night it came on. So like say 1 year is gonna come on Sunday nights, then the next year is gonna come on a Wednesday.
Wednesdays, yep. Where Martin on the same night, same time.
Yeah, where Martin only switched nights. I think 1 year it came on Sunday nights. I think the second season, then it went back to Thursdays. Where you knew every Thursday night, like you go watch Martin and Living Singles.
Didn't they was battling? Think about they were battling Seinfeld and the Cosby Show back to back. The last year the Cosby Show was their first year, and then when they came back to Thursdays, they were battling Seinfeld and getting in their ass. Just
I thought Seinfeld came on Wednesdays. That was Thursday.
No, that was Thursday night.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Because Seinfeld replaced Cosby Show. When Cosby Show phased out, they moved up Seinfeld to Thursday at 7.
Yep, that well, I guess they call it the 8 o'clock slot, but it was 7.
But
that's that prime spot that you want.
Yeah,
because ABC with you had Roseanne, but that was earlier in the week, like Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Chris came on Mondays, and then you had TGIF on ABC.
Right.
But this is the thing. I think that Martin was the culture, like you said, Stacey. I feel Jamie Foxx was. We talked about this man earlier. He was his show was kind of like the puffy version of a sitcom. It was like, what if we get a little bit jiggier with it and like kind of we're in Hollywood and you know the whole beginning where I'm from and like the whole it was a Hollywood jiggy feel. Martin first thing was Kid Capri saying his name, re-scratched over some break beats, and this everybody saying what and just doing like stuff we were doing. Jamie Foxx felt like it was more, I would say not homogenized, but produced. And produced. You can overly produce something. Like I tell people all the time, like when you listen to a podcast or you watch something, you can tell a podcast when it's not going to survive, in my opinion, when it's overly produced.
Yeah, because
they got like 6 camera angles and they got all these, like, there's no way you're going to be able to keep this up at this high level and enjoy it.
Because it was like with Jamie Foxx Show, even though he got fancy, he was like, he spent all them years, chasing her. He got her, and we still didn't care.
Yeah, we was like, and then
they got married.
Yeah, no, remember he auditioned for Casey and JoJo. He kind of took the Jodeci thing from Martin.
Yep, got kicked off tour.
Yeah, but remember he auditioned for them and everything. Man, shout out to Martin. Did y'all hear? Have y'all heard Mr. Casey Haley talk about? They did not know that Martin was.
Yes, I did see that.
He was like, we were like for real, didn't know what was going on. Like he did say, yeah, y'all perform and do y'all new song lately. Because if y'all remember, lately hadn't come out yet.
Yeah,
that was them. They like, yeah, let's do something new. I'm just gonna come out.
Hey, you can tell the way Casey look at him when they like, ooh, yeah.
If you look down, it's laughing on while he's playing the drums. He's sitting there trying not to laugh.
Right.
But think about that. That's a classic thing. Varnell Hill. Now, Jamie Foxx had one character. They got the character that Mark Curry played as the general dude. That's
the driving school. He make him do all them push-ups.
Yeah, he be running around the classroom sliding and stuff. Boy, did I tell you. But Martin's got classic people, not just him, but other people coming in. Hustle Man. I mean, it's just a lot because they were a part, and maybe at that time we hadn't got jiggy yet. We hadn't got puffy eyes yet. So all of us know how it felt to be living in an apartment or whatever, and these casts of different people we run into.
Yeah, it was still cool to like your girlfriend had an apartment and you had an apartment, before y'all moved in together.
Yeah. and nobody was like, and then that's a whole nother conversation, but nobody was like Gina kind of earned her keep. Like for real, Gina did everything she's supposed to fucking be doing in that relationship. More than Martin. Let's be 100.
Yeah.
Martin was out there getting tickets on her car, talking about man, I get a ticket in your car. I'm rip.
And got a boot.
Yeah, boot on her car.
And ladies, remember, Gina she ain't cook. She still got a ring though.
And took her on the vacation that he got off a cereal box.
Look.
Chilligan's Island.
But
think about this though. To come up with the creativity, to come up with the thing that we thought about as kids of like, hey man, I wonder if those little things on the back of them cereal boxes be real things.
Yeah. Martin still had like probably the coldest TV wedding though. With Babyface.
Oh. The baby face is up there.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I think the engagement for me,
the engagement too.
The
I mean, the whole
is better
setup,
than the
whole
wedding.
setup was tight. You know,
Yeah,
with the
like,
engagement and leading into the wedding.
Yeah, for me, the engagement
with Brian McKnight,
goddamn McKnight, and then but like I said, the engagement for me was better than the wedding. Like the wedding was fine, but it just but also it's kind of weird to say, like, almost after they got married, the show kind of started going down.
I agree.
And then by the last season, of course, it was trash. But after they got married,
the last 2 seasons were
yeah, I like Gina's got a different wig. I ain't like it. It was just too much.
Yeah. I can watch the first 3 seasons. I can watch the first 3 seasons any day.
Yeah, and then
and honestly, you know what? They should have just immediately switched them from sets to a house. They should have bought a house immediately.
Yeah,
I don't understand why they moved to Martin's place rather than
They should immediately move to they should have did a new set in their new home and kind of.
I mean, even if they didn't. I mean, if anything, like I said, Gina had the bigger place. So but either way, they definitely could have got a bigger home. Also, Gina made more money than Martin did, right? We knew that Gina was an ad executive. I think she was making it up there, right? But and it kind of just all of a sudden just seemed like that wasn't happening no more. Like she was still going to work, but they ain't had no money. Like, it's like, am I crazy? Like, it feels like
no. They start showing her at work more. Remember in the latest season?
She was traveling. She was doing more traveling,
right? But that's because they had to do it that way. But I'm saying before that, though, like
remember they did the whole thing with Gina Tay, where she was like she dressed up as a dude.
Michael Collier was her boss. When Michael Collier was her boss.
So I'm not saying that she stopped working. What I'm saying is, money wise, they could have afforded a fucking house, or again, Gina had a bigger place than he did.
Oh yeah,
Gina's apartment was nicer than Martin's was. Martin was looked like he lived in the city, and Gina lived out in the county. And so it just was always weird to me that they just moved into Martin's place and painted the cabinets. That's it.
Yeah, that was just them being cheap on a set because they should just move them into a whole.
But they could have gotten another place. Or I mean, I know they end with them, moving or whatever, right? But ideally, you would have just moved into another place. But I guess you got to have that same setting. You don't want to. I mean, because who moves houses? I'm thinking in any sitcom, who moved houses? Did anybody actually
But who was in an apartment though? But who were in apartments and got married?
Only thing was just the Fresh Prince's set changed after the first season, but it was
right. They opened up that kitchen.
Nah, I think the whole setup changed. It was the living room.
Oh yeah, you're right. They changed up the whole set. They changed up the whole set.
Yeah, that's when more money came in. That's all. And that's
what I'm saying with Martin. Why couldn't you have opened up a set and had them buy a new crib? And dude, damn, bro, man, how you at my crib? I got a house. We're not even in an apartment. How are you?
He's still climbing through the window.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I got a crib in Southfield, Michigan. How are you here? Gina invited me over for some sandwiches. You could have kept it up and broadened that out. With that, and the show, I think is doing a good job with that.
Who else was married in an apartment? And if you're in New York, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
no, living single, but they moved from their apartments to their own apartment. Remember, that was a bigger one with Overton and Sinclair.
I wasn't watching by then. I stopped watching. So that last season. So I've never seen them. I didn't know that. I know they got married, but I didn't see it.
I didn't know dude from Soul Food that came on there, that light skinned dude.
Yeah, because old boy had left with the dreads.
Kyle.
TC Carson.
Yeah.
And Kim Fields had left. They were both of them left the same time.
Yeah, so
Kim Fields did 3 episodes that season.
Most black sitcoms, and I hate to say that, when I think about it, but I didn't finish them. There's so many that I never finished. The Steve Harvey Show, I had stopped watching it and literally came back to watch the final episode because I knew that him and Regina were getting married. But there's so many black shows, but I'll say that, but I had already stopped watching them.
Only show I don't never really remember getting an ending was the Wayans brothers.
No, it stopped.
It just stopped.
Like
stop.
I stopped watching that show.
Which Black shows have you completed then, Stacey?
What, Fresh Prince?
Fresh Prince?
I did complete Fresh Prince. I mean, A Different World, Cosby Show.
Oh yeah, Cosby Show. I remember.
I know I didn't finish Family Matters because, like, I didn't even know Family Matters had switched stations. I didn't know
they went to CBS and they switched Harriet's.
Yeah.
They had Gina's mama from Martin.
They played Gina's mom was Harriet.
Yeah. Well, one, wasn't many damn black shows, but then two.
Did you finish Good Times?
I finished Good Times.
No, I haven't finished Good Times, but I haven't watched all of Good Times. Like, I've never sat there and just watched.
Speaking of Good Times, I just shared the trailer for the new.
I'm not doing this, man. The
answer is no.
Yeah.
No means no, so that's where we are. No is no. We're not doing that.
The Jeffersons, did you do that one?
I didn't finish that.
I haven't. Let me say this. I've watched the Jeffersons.
I know some Stacey finished. I know you finished Amen. You ain't.
When they had the baby, because wasn't it in the Amen they had the baby?
Because then they get married.
Yeah, they had the baby.
They
though.
did
That
get
was
married. So now I'm thinking, like, so when Amen was on the air, did I finish Amen? I feel like the answer to that is yes, but to that point, I haven't watched Amen since then. And it's on my list of things to, I'm going back through all my 80s stuff. So
because isn't your boy that was on Silver Spoons? He was on Amen for like the first season or two, right?
Who?
Your boy from Silver Spoons.
Who? Rick Schroeder? Oh, which guy? Like the black dude?
Yeah, on Silver Spoons. What he was on Amen for the first like season or two.
That's a very good question.
Like 227. I never seen the end of that.
Franklin C.
None of the 80 shows.
Yeah, like so now. I mean, but those are. Let's see. Was he?
It's not Franklin Seals. It was. Yeah, he was on Amen.
He was on 3 episodes. Yeah, he was on 3 episodes of Amen. So yeah, he's just on 3.
Because he passed away young, right?
Yep. Yeah, he was 37 when he passed away. Yeah, so he passed away in 90. But yeah, like there's most of the shows that were on, like when we were like watching them, like I said, there's just a lot of shows that I just didn't finish watching. Well, especially as a teenager, because when some of those I was working. So like high school from the summer, essentially I have worked every day since the summer of 97. I've been at work. So during that time, I work in the evenings. So it's a lot of TV that I didn't see because I was at work. At the Galleria. So and you end up just kind of watching it like later on or whatever. But I used to watch Dawson's Creek and then had to stop and eventually came back to it. I think I came back for the finale because I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? Is she gonna pick Pacey or Dawson?
Pacey out here getting all the black women low key.
Or not no more.
What do you mean?
Oh, they're not. They're getting divorced.
Well, no. He got another black woman. You know who the other
black one?
Lupita.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I did see that.
that's how I'm saying he keep getting them.
I did see that. And I was like, yeah, Pacey out here. I don't know. Hey, you like what you like.
Yeah.
And apparently he likes women that are the extreme chocolate exotic.
Yeah, he ain't playing no games. He ain't like, I want you kind of looking European blackish.
I am too pale for him. Not at all. It's too ambiguous. He doesn't know if something is up in here. He needs a woman that he knows.
Special dark.
Pain. Special dark.
Oh man, Scott, where can people hit you up at, man?
Man, hit me up everywhere. Cool ass Scott. I'll be posted in the group.
Make sure y'all go to the group. Yeah, make sure y'all go to Only Listen to 90s Music on Facebook. Join in there. Stacey, where can people hit you up at?
You can visit my Amazon storefront at amazon.com/shop/Stacey Adams and go buy something because they won't pay you out until you've got $100 in commissions, and I got like $32. So I need y'all to buy some shit.
Yeah,
or if you're gonna go buy something, hit me up first so I can give you my link so that I can get my 30 cents. Or you can just find me at Stacey Adams, but preferably go find something on in the Amazon shop.
All right. Thank y'all for listening as always. We appreciate y'all. Peace.
All right.